why we make the salt here. I live on an island, so I'm surrounded by water. So I always wondered why we would always pay big money for French sea salt and have it flowing in across the world. That was the first idea, was to make a salt from Canada, from our beautiful clean oceans. So we've taken that and sort of morphed it into a full philosophy of offering beautiful, clean, healthy Canadian sea salt from our beautiful, clean, healthy waterways. So the fact that we have these pristine, clean waterways is what we build our salt from. So our idea is to make the most natural sea salt in the world from a very clean place, which is Vancouver Island. We have a bit of a different way of making salt here in Canada. As you know, Canada can be pretty cold. So instead of the traditional sea salt harvesting, which is done with the power of the sun in big flat areas, what we do is we take our water from here at Cherry Point Beach, where we're sitting, and we take it back to my shop, and we force the evaporation. So we use what's called forced evaporation sea salt harvesting, where we add heat. So we add great amounts of heat to the water. And I guess you could say we boil water for a living, but there's more to it than that. So what we do is we'll boil the water to bring it down, and then we fill it up. We bring it down and we fill it up to build the concentration. And at about 30%, the salt will naturally split out of the water. And that's what we're looking for. And so at that point, we stop boiling water, we turn all the heat down, and we start to remove the sea salts as they form. So there's 3 types of sea salt that we harvest at Vancouver Island Salt Company. Fleur de sel, the flower of the salt, where we actually got to take a look at us making some of that this morning. Our white salts, which are our base salts, which have a huge flavor, are very salty. And then our gray salts. And gray salts are really interesting because they're really high in magnesium. Ours has calcium and magnesium, but the magnesium is what makes it go gray, and those come out last. So the lightest salts, the fleur de sel, will go first. Then the white salts come out, and then at the very bottom of the pot, the gray salts. And the gray salts have really interesting, almost sweetness to them, and that's from the magnesium that's found right here in our local waterways. So just taking what nature has given us in our waterways, which is beautiful high amounts of sodium or salt and magnesium, that's how we get our 3 salts. If I had a message for people in Japan who wanted to try our salt, I would say this is truly a taste of Canada. This is, in Canada, we like our food, we like all natural, we like clean food, and our sea salt embodies both all natural and clean. And we hope that it is a great accent to Japanese cooking. And we think that beautiful products from the sea, like fresh fish, sushi grade sashimi, that our salt will be a great accompaniment to your food.